we're in a very good market to be in. I consider it a driving location. So, places like Breckenridge, places on resorts on the ocean front that have ocean front. Those are very seasonal. So they have very big ups and they have very big downs. Ours tends to go really high up in the summer and then it kind of just tapers off a little bit. And we still see pretty decent revenues throughout the year per home. And, we're in a good, we're Colorado Springs and surrounding areas is a really good market to be in for, consistency and all that good stuff. Cause we're already starting to book up Christmas. We're starting to book up Thanksgiving. We've got a lot of these little holidays scattered throughout that tend to make stronger months than otherwise would be. And then obviously we're expecting January, February to still be slow. That's our slow season. So, we're luckily we only have 2 months of a slow season, which is great. But yeah, I mean, and then kind of like what we're still seeing, and I've been saying this for a while now, but it's, with the regulations that were put back in place in 2019 in Colorado Springs, it puts a nice little taper on the market in a good way. If you already own a short-term rental, you don't have to worry about new short-term rentals coming onto the market. So you have almost like a little monopoly that you have with your short-term rental. So the best thing to do is to continue to keep your permit and keep it active because, with simple economics, we're seeing an increase in people using short-term rentals and using Airbnb, using HomeAway, and we're still seeing a decrease in listing supply in this general area just because anytime someone sells a property with a short-term rental permit, that property's never getting it back. Right, Killian?
Yeah, absolutely. And so you've got these somewhat up and down periods of the short-term rental market. And in a hot real estate market like Colorado Springs right now, it may even look appealing to sell the home. But really, if you're looking at this as your 2, 3, 4, 5-year plan, as we go into the slow season a little bit, of course, it's not going to be as wonderful as it was in the summer. But holding out and holding on to that short-term rental permit above anything would be key. I would say no matter what anyone does with a home, if they already have their short-term rental permit for it in Colorado Springs, hold on to it and just factor that into the cost of owning that home.
Because the permit doesn't transfer with ownership.
Absolutely.
So, especially if you're in an R1 zone,
R1.
if you sell the home, that permit is gone forever unless that's somebody's primary residence, which they would have to live there too.
Correct.
Yeah.
This maybe some of our real estate owners and real estate agents who are listening to this can confirm or deny it, but one of the things I pay close attention to is your 4, 5, 6 bedroom luxury homes that are coming on the market through the MLS that are being sent to me. And those are some of your highest performing homes. They tend to be your 4, 5, 6 bedroom luxury homes tend to be the highest performing homes in terms of revenue. And you saw some of these prices, what used to be maybe a $600,000, $700,000 home. In the last year or so, that's been a $800,000 or a $900,000, maybe even $1 million home. And those numbers don't look quite as good when you look at the cash flow from that investment. I think what I'm starting to see is maybe those 5, 4, 6 bedroom luxury homes kind of stabilize out and kind of settle in a little bit better spot that makes some of these short-term rental numbers look just as appealing as they have in the past. Or for some of the owners who got in on these homes before the huge bubble, so they sit on it really nicely in the buy.
So that presents a good buying opportunity because
Exactly.
we are seeing inflation in the short-term rental prices too. I mean, they're much higher than they were
Exactly.
a year ago. Like I said, our most of our owners set a record-setting month. Like this past month was probably, unless something catastrophic happened, was probably a record month for most of our owners.